Good afternoon, everybody. Gosh, Halloween. Now, this is not the first Halloween tile we've done. So if you go back and have a look over last year and the year before, you'll find a few different versions. I think we did a spider's web one year, and definitely last year we did a coffin. And of course, if you've done the Halloween Hollow, there's a coffin in there as well. So you can have a bit of a play around if you're up for it. And, you know, if you're going to be in tonight and you want a little bit of spooky crafting. But for now, let's have a look. What have I got here? I've got it's that flamingo colour out of my tiles, you know, the lights ones. And I've actually added the pumpkin along one edge there. It's just lovely, isn't it? Because I've used orange ink with that flamingo in the background. See, there was the original colour. It's just giving it that little hint of something to sort of start. And thank you, Chris. Yes, the Halloween playlist. He's good, isn't he? It's like we always planned these kinds of things. We don't, but we do. Okay, so I'm going to start with a pencil. I think it's always a good one to do. And let's have a look. I'm going to continue this sort of pumpkin theme, I think. So down the bottom here, on this section, I'm going to create a sort of a larger version. Now I'm going to do it on a little bit of an angle. So imagine this is going to be quite a huge sort of shape. Imagine it's coming around here. But of course, just going to put it on this little bit here. Hello from Michigan. And oh gosh, so many people on. Thank you for coming on and joining us. Okay, so it's sort of using almost half the tile, isn't it? But we've got this lovely sort of space we can do something with afterwards, so that's good. So, okay, next little bit then. Let's have a look. I'm going to start with finding where do we think the centre is? It's definitely not here. I'm going to look and imagine it about there kind of thing. Okay, so from that bit, I'm going to put in a curve there, just a part of one. And then on this side, I'm going to do another one. All right, so we've got that little bit of almost like an eye shape in the middle there. And then let's split this up and put another curve. On this side too, another. Now you might find if yours is a different size or slightly different shape, that's fine. You might have extra ones in there, but that's okay, you can do that. What I want to do on the top here, before I sort of draw in pen, is I want these to be slightly sort of shaped over. You see, so you're getting a bit more of a shape in there. You'll probably see that more when I come in with pen in a minute. Let's do that now, shall we? Okay, so 03 pen. And let's put this in. So there's my first one going along and down there. And then there. This one, see, it's coming out a little bit there. And this one is coming out a bit there. You see, you've got this kind of almost little odd shape there. We just want it to look like it's round and not a flat piece of cardstock. So again, look, it's going to come up and round and along there. So we're sort of getting a really huge pumpkin there in the sides of it. So okay, let's have a look at this middle bit here. More it's going to be, but you don't have to make it Halloween if you don't want. You can make it a nice little pumpkin and you can have some little patterns in there. I'm going to sort of do a little bit of a Halloween twist because it is Halloween, so just a little bit. You don't have to though. I'm going to get rid of those pencil lines now. We don't need them. You know, when you do a tile, you know you can do what you like. There's no spiders, Maureen. Does that help? No spiders. And Carol, oh, Carol, we're with you here. All right, just, let's get you through it. You've got a cup of tea, have you? So here, let's look in the middle bit. You know, just have a break, have a sit down and a chill. And just try and remember nice times. That's what I do. That's, you know, things that used to make you laugh. I know my sister used to, we used to craft together, but she always used to go into my mum's stash and try and pick all the best glitter papers out, you know, first before I got there. And then she'd turn up with it and she'd be all innocent as though she'd not done that at all. And it was just happened to be she'd got all the best ones. Yeah. Oh, Louise, you can add one, but I'm not going to add one because I know they upset Maureen, so we're not going to do it. You see, I've got two little lines either side. What I want to do now, I'm going to go bubble in the middle here. Start in the middle. It just gives you a really nice sort of position to put that in. There you go. All right. Pack it. Hi, Sarah and Alice. Get packing. Okay. Putting in my little bubbles. Now you notice that they are full bubbles. I've not tried to squeeze it behind or anything like that. So they've gone in. Apart from this one, I'm just going to get it in there. There you are. So, being that I've got my 5 here, I'm going to put my sort of little bits of ink in the corners there. Look like peas in a pod at the minute, don't they? And that one. This one as well. That just means it's going to dry off while we're doing other things. I think actually I might keep this out just for a moment. There's just something else I want to do as well. So there you are. Here we go with that one. Okay. All right. So I've got two this side and two this side. I'm going to look at this one on the outside here. I'm going to turn it around slightly and I'm going to put in some little stripes. And you see how I've done that as a curve? Everything we're trying to do, we're doing curves because we want whoever sees this to actually think curves and make it round. So we're deceiving the eye every time into making these curved shapes. Every time. And there. Working all the way up, you see. To that one there. That one at the top. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Now when I say the same, I'm not trying to match up those stripes there. You can if you want to, but it doesn't matter. It's part of all the things that's going on in this tile. So yeah, that works in there. Okay. And the next one. Working my way around. The next one. And this one. Okay, there we go. So, okay, this one here, what I'm going to do inside here, if you want to go Halloween, you can. If you want to keep it autumn, you don't have to do this. You can keep those as little bubbles. But I think what's kind of nice, we can come in, I'm using my 05 pen for this, is I'm going to put two little eyes and a little mouth in there, okay? We've got little peas coming alive. So if I see it, turn it round. Let's do something similar. All right. Going to put a little bit of extra black in there. Those, you see? So let's turn it again. And do another. So again, see, I'm going to put a little bit of extra black on one edge. So we could have a bit of a smile there. And again. There you are, putting eyes in. And then whilst I'm there, I'm going to do a little one there, look. And then you're just going to sort of see the bottom of a little bit of there. There we go. So we've got our little peas in the pod there. So putting my 5 away. And let's have a look at the rest. Look at this. There we go. There you are. Okay. So it doesn't matter which side. We're going to do similar on both sides here. So wherever you're comfortable with. And if you would rather start this way so you can follow this line, do it this way. Or if you would rather do it this way, that's fine. You see, doing it like this though, we've got to imagine where it's going to end up. So if I turn it around and follow this line here, like so, and put a curl in. I'm going to put a little bobble on the end. Let's have a look at it this way. Okay. Turn it back round. So again, if I follow that line, there we go, around. And notice that I'm using or trying to use the whole of the space that I've got there. So it's touching both sides. And again, follow it round. and along. There you go. Now if you get to this point and it's almost like you think, well, I want to do this one, but I can't quite get in there. Let's have a look. Do I have a little bit of paper? Of course I do. There we go. So if I put a little bit of paper underneath it, I can actually follow it round and I can draw the whole thing. You see? And then I know I'm going to get the right kind of shape. And then that's a bit of scrap paper, doesn't matter. But you see, you've got your tile and you've still got the curl bit in that you need there. So I'm going to do this side now, but this time I'm not going to go the same way. I'm going to come this way around. So following that line again, round, create a curl and bubble on the end. And again, look, follow it round, create a curl and bubble on the end. Okay. Same again, look, round, curl, and bubble in the end. Now this one, again, look, because we're going around here, we can imagine where it's going to sort of go. We're not going to really see much of that one. Okay, you see that, look? So let's do the same with the two outside ones. Again, doesn't matter which way you start. You can do the left or the right side. But you see this one I'm doing curls going in the same way. And the same way. Now here, you're not really going to get much there, so I'm going to just pretend that you've got a little bit. And then on this one, around we go. You see, you get the idea, I'm sure by now. And around again. And then the last one, we're going to come around and sort of in there. Let's have a look at that. Now, let's move that paper out of the way. And you see there you've got your little curls and things. So next little bit then, we've got these little gaps in between. Let's go in a little bit more. Okay. So doesn't matter where we stop with this either. I'm going to do an aura. And inside each one, quite close, around here we go. And you see, usually I wouldn't go this far in, but this time I'm going to go almost all the way around. There you go, doesn't matter about that little nick, it's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to fill it with bubbles. Now of course these could have little spooky eyes as well, or I might pick on a few and give them spooky eyes. There you go, see, if that told you it didn't matter about that little mark there. Fill in any little gaps with a bit of ink. And now let's see how it looks. So we could have, you know, a couple of little eyes looking at you. Oh, hi Vicky. Oh, and I think the wing stencil's still on there, I think. I mean, if not, we will get them on the website. So it's just, if I can't put them on today because I've got to give the girls a chance to get some packing done for Hobby Maker. But as soon as they've got down that, then of course we'll put them on there. Because I know once you order something, you want it straight away. And then you're rightly so, I'm exactly the same. But it's just giving the girls a chance to keep up with it. That's all. They're lovely, weren't they? Those wings were absolutely beautiful, and the hearts with it. So, okay, see, a couple of little eyes going off there. Let's have a little look at this. Yeah. So let's work in a similar way. Now notice I've just done this side. I've not done this side. So around and again, quite close, and up there, and back in with bubbles. So you want a few that are a little bit bigger so you can get these little eyes on. But of course you don't have to do that. You can keep them as bubbles. There you go. So I'm going to do the same again on this side. Now, you've got to sort of think it's going to really go on all areas, this one, isn't it? Because they were quite close, but that's fine. As long as we're working on this edge. And let's add in those bubbles. Again, I'm going to get a couple of little eyes in there. Oh, Charlotte, yeah, they love it. I did find my samples. I posted them this morning on the group page, so I hope you caught those. Sorry about that. I actually did leave them here. I looked everywhere for them yesterday. I was convinced I'd put them in my bag, but that's okay.
That's because you didn't have me to sort you out.
No, see, that's it. Yeah, the voice of reason. Yeah, Leslie left me to my own devices. That's what it was. You know, doing that kind of thing. Not good. So I'm going to leave that bit because that's sort of on this edge. Yeah, okay. Same on this bit then. So, of course, because I'm turning it around, I'm still going to work on this edge and this edge. If you think, oh, turning it around is going to confuse things a little bit, you could always take your pencil and put a little mark or a little cross just so you know you can see it. Oh, Sue, I'm sorry, but I'm glad you liked what we were doing. It's nice to bring us a bit of a mixture, isn't it? It's nice shows. It was a nice a really nice vibe there yesterday. Everybody was, you know, I say everybody, there was a lot of people mulling around, you know, and it was quite bustly. And Carla and I didn't really get a chance to talk. I mean, we said hello, the quick chat, and of course Keith was there as well. So it was quite busy. It is always nice to have a chat. I was talking to Carla about her show, you know, the Faber-Castell pencils, and doing her shading. If you hadn't seen that, it'd be worth going back and having a look. Just at some of the techniques and the little tips that she gave were really, really useful. So it might be something worth just having a little look at. It's always good to see somebody else's view and try a few different things. All right, this one. So again, this is going to go off, so I'm going to allow some of those to go off as well. Maybe just one eye there, look. All right. Oh, Wendy. No. But yeah. Everything yesterday we made, so, you know, it's going to be there. There's no rush. You see? Little eyes. And the next one. I think I was on the 31st last year, wasn't I? I had to dress up. So I was a little bit relieved we didn't have to dress up. And of course, Dobby was so well behaved yesterday. He actually read the whole of John Scott's book while he was there. He even took time to make a new friend, although he wasn't saying much. I was saying, what's her name? He was like, okay, let's have a little look at this. Look at that. All right, liking this. So, okay, next little bit then. Let's have a look. I'm going to fill that bit in there. That's it. So, next little bit, I'm going to come in with, let's have a look at the top section here. Let's look. I'm going to keep it at this angle. I'm going to come in with a loop like that. Okay. And then let's do another. Come in this side. And then another. Like that. Okay. And again, if you want to, you can keep these as loops. You could put a line in with a couple of dots. It's nice though if you want to. Yeah, she is going to do like a colouring, sketchy kind of set of demos. There we go. A little ghost. And not long. And another. I'm actually going to go on and I'm going to do some painting techniques. I think the 15th using the Hemi paints and things. So they're looking at doing a few different bits and pieces with different products. Okay, so I've got this little line coming in here. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So I want to do a curve and a curve. And then I'm going to do a curve at the top and one at the top there. But you see I've left a gap because then I'm going to do a little bit of a pointy. You can even put a little curl on the end. Okay. Put a little line in. So let's come back out a little bit and do another one of those. Let's go along here. And then I did a curl this way and this way. And then coming back in and back in. And then this one, curl, put the line in. Okay. So let's have another coming off here. And then maybe put another one there. And one there. Sometimes it's nice to plan them out. We've got an idea where they're going. So let's put one on here, look. This way. And this way. And then let's do this one. And this one. See, and bring that curl in. And then another. So it's going to go. See, that one's going to go underneath, but that's fine. That's fine. And then next one. And a look. Okay. Put that in. So you could do that one and then that one and then that one, and then that. You see, creates a similar thing. All right, so it's whichever way sort of works for you. If you want to do it that way. You can. You don't have to break it down exactly the same as I did. You can just little curls on the end. Yeah, let's have a look at that. So we sort of need to join it here a bit. So dots are always the best sort of solution. Let's have some little dots coming out of there. All right. You see, I've done some. Let's go in a little bit more. Oh, 1 second. There you go. So you can see how. Some of them I've gone a little bit heavy and some are quite light, and just working our way around, creating those little dots there. Okay. All right, back out then. So let's bring in some little curves with little loops on the end, and I'm going to fill those in. Let's put one this side as well. Maybe even see coming up and underneath there, taking one that way. So this black that we've got going on here, we're bringing that black out here as well. And it's giving it a little bit more interest. I'm going to go over that one. And follow them around. You see, because we didn't really worry too much about where we were putting these little shapes, we've got them all starting to merge together now. And that's what we want. This kind of a design. So I'm going to go under there. And along. And along there. Into that one. Okay. So I think, of course, let's bring another line out, a little dot on the end. Okay. So let's move in. And I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter how many, but you see how they get smaller, little zigzags. I'm going to bring one in here behind that little ghost. Oh,
There you go, it's a cup of tea.
oh, thank you, Leslie.
Hi guys.
It's nice to have her back, isn't it? I know Tommy does a good cup of tea, but Leslie does beat him, I must admit.
It's not only having me back, it's because you've been at home the last couple of times.
Well, I suppose so, yeah.
So I haven't been able to make you one, have I?
I've had to work from home. Okay. All right. So shall we get a bit of the colour and shading on here? I'm going to just look at, oh, there's my pen lid. All right. First of all then, I think let's put the shadow in first. I think that's quite a nice one to do. And I'm going to come back to my little pumpkin here. And because these are quite narrow, I'm not going to go in and do both sides. What I am going to do is make sure my pencil's nice and sharp. Okay. There you go, sharp pencil, or sharp as we get. And I'm going to choose one side. Doesn't matter which. I think I'm going to go on the inside here and put that in. Just along that one edge. So because I've done it that edge, I'm going to do it this way here as well. And on that edge. Okay. She's bringing me John's cup of coffee. John's not in here. All right, and this one. So you see, look, I'm doing it like a mirror image, so I'm on the inside edge each time. There you go. I think while I'm going, I'm going to use the tortillon as well. Let's soften that out. Get my way up. And along. But you see, I've still got a little bit of the tile behind, so I can still see that colour. So I've done a little bit of it. I'm keeping it controlled. There we go. All right, let's have a little look at that. So yes, I'm going to be on the Hobby Maker stand on Saturday at 10 o'clock. Well, I'll be there at 2:15, I think 10 o'clock. They've given me half an hour. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get done in half an hour, but I'm going to be around. So if you want to come and say hello, please do. Okay, I'll put some at the top there. And honestly, if you've got any questions that you want me to have a look at, I'm more than happy to go through that as well. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so I've done some at the top and then I've gone down that one edge, you see? And same here, a little bit at the top, and then down that one edge. All right, this is all gonna hopefully give us that little bit of 3 dimensions. And of course, if you've got wobbly sort of lines when you've drawn those curves, it doesn't matter. Okay. Next little bit. Along we go. So you see, I've gone into swirls because I've got a little bit more space here, so I can afford to play with that. I'm going to bring that down a bit, see? Chris, no, the demo's not going to be recorded. It's just going to be me there. So, afraid not. Okay, same on this side. So again, see, it's working that down because I've got that top edge done. And then coming down, bringing in that little bit of shape. And same on this one. Working with swirls so I can move it a little bit more. And in we go. Okay, so I've not done any in here. I think for the little ghosts, I'm going to go in the bottom edge there, and I'm going to choose a side. For this one, I'm going to go this side. And see, because they are facing a different way, I'm going to go that way. And that one, I'm going to go that way. And let's soften those off. And again. Along we go. Same here. So we've got that kind of thing going. Okay. So I'm going to bring a bit of colour in. I'm going to start off with, I'm going to actually bring my white pencil in. This is not the chalk one. I'm going to be working with, there we go, look, the white pencil there. And first thing, let's have a look at these ghosts. So I'm going to come in with some swirls along the opposite side to where I put the pencil. Okay, let's go in a little bit. All right, see, just nice and lightly in with some swirls. Okay. So I'm not trying to colour it in, just adding that little bit in there. Now, of course, this isn't going to blend like a tortillon, like a tortillon in the chalk pencil, rather. So you just be careful that you're putting a little bit on at a time, so you've got control of it. Okay, you've already got the dark, so we're wanting to put that light edge in. See, there we go. And same on this side. So see, swirls and just ever so lightly. So we're not trying to completely cover. It's giving us that little bit of a transparent. Okay. And then whilst I've got my white, I'm going to come in and just add a little bit in those eyes. Yeah, not trying to fill it up completely, but give it a little bit of white. Because then I want to come in with a little bit of my oranges, you know, the clementine, mid-orange. I've also got light orange and some yellow. Of course, got me black as well. And I'm going to come in with this and a little bit of orange down one side. And again, this is not going to be too sort of really bright at this stage because it's similar to the inking that I've done and all that. So let's put a little bit of that in just on those. And of course, where you've got these little faces as well, just a little bit there, look. Okay. So then I'm coming in with the next one, which is that mid-orange. I'm just going to work my way around. So again, I'm not looking at filling the whole thing. It's just giving it that little bit of a difference to pull it off the tile rather than it sort of sit there. Okay, a bit in that one. See, so it's not really blending it in. It's just sort of adding a little touch to bring that summer yellow in. A little bit of highlight sort of areas. I know we said they were peas in a pod, but they can be orange and yellow, can't they? They could be whatever you want them to be. All right. See, just gives it a bit of a change, doesn't it? Okay. And then I'm going to bring my white back in. You see where we did the one side of the shading? So I'm going to come down the other side with that regular white pencil. Okay. And of course, same on the other. That's why I've made sure it's sharp, so we can add that highlighting. Same on this side. Yep. Same there. Let's have a little look at where we're at then. Okay, so looking now, we need a little bit of light in here, and we've got these little leaves to do, but I'm going to come in with just my regular white pencil, just gently add a little bit, see, on the edge there. Now, if I just sort of move in, you see I've gone up there and I've sort of come down in little zigzags. Same here, look, up there, and then sort of down little zigzags. Because we've already got shading and things on there, it's going to work its way around. So you don't really need to worry about complete blending. I want it sitting over the top there. Okay, let's have a look at that. There you go. And then I'm going to bring in, let's have a look, my sunny green. I'm not going to add a load of shading onto those little leaves. Oh, it's going to be more of applying a bit of colour. Maybe a little bit darker, maybe grass green. There we go. And let's fill those in. Again, I'm not looking at completely pressing on, just giving it a little hint of green. That's better. I think if the grass green may have been a little bit bright. Just bringing that in there. And same with this on both sides. And along there. And into those. So that's the sort of thing I want to do. I want to bring in my black pencil. And see where we've got this little bit at the top here. Have a look. So let's put some black on those lines. You see there between the different sets? A little bit at the top there. We just want it to be a little bit darker there. And along this side. Just going to sort of almost clean it up a little bit. Into there. I'm not going to do it on the edge there though. Just sort of bring it down a little bit there. And then of course, just want to make sure that that's dark there. You see, it's adding those little bits in. It's going to make all the difference. So see, I've put that white a bit too close. But anyway, I can come back in and add some more there. It's fine. Put my regular pencil back in there. It's giving it a little bit more darkness. So last little thing, let's have a look. I want to add a bit of pencil, just ever so lightly, around the edge. And then tortillon, soften it off. Giving it a little bit of shadow. The background there. And there, you see, sort of off and around. Okay, let's have a little look. So, just I think back in with my pen just for a moment. I just want to bring in those lines at the top there. Okay, and just a little bit along that section there. See, not completely covering all of it, but just where that graphite has took that bit of black away. And there we go. There's our Halloween number 3, I think. We've done 3 Halloweens now. So our little pumpkin with our little ghostly peas in the pod. So you can then, of course, have it whichever way you like. And a little signature. And there you go. All done and sorted. And hopefully see you again on Friday at 2 o'clock for the next one. I'm hoping that most of you will perhaps have your products from yesterday by then. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be putting out with those. So take care, everybody. Have fun with this one. Happy Halloween. And I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye.